Welcome back. In this video, I'm going to talk to you about 3 digital products that every service-based business needs if they want to maximize their profit. Before we dive into these digital products, let me catch you up. I'm Quintel Harcum. I founded Good Part & Company, a plant-based health cafe located in Baltimore, Maryland. I'm a certified holistic nutritionist, health enthusiast, and more than anything, I love business and branding. When I opened my cafe, within a year, I was able to expand into a brand new partnership with Johns Hopkins. It was the first of its kind. We became the first Black-owned food partner with Johns Hopkins on their campus, and we set up the template for them to have their own wellness cafe right on their campus in their new gym. Along with building that cafe, I had to put together all types of things that around my brand that kind of complemented Johns Hopkins, and that's when I fell into learning more about digital products. That also went along with my health coaching, where I coach clients one-on-one on how to get into and transition into a plant-based diet. But not only that, I had to put together some webinars and some live classes and a whole bunch of curriculum around health and wellness at Johns Hopkins University. Now we're dealing in a digital age. Some of the students, some of the staff, they wanted to show up. They wanted to do it virtually. They couldn't come to the class. They couldn't make it to the gym, things like that. So my team and I started to put together the different types of assets and digital products that we can use to keep people involved, to keep people engaged, and to attract the right kind of people who were on their health journey. During that process, I kind of documented some things, figured out which ones work best, and realized not only do these work well for an actual cafe where you're selling juices and bowls and you in food and beverage, but it works best for service-based businesses because it really educates your customers, really brings them into the world that you're building, and gets them really like saturated into the knowledge they need to know about how the service benefits them. So let's break it down and get into the very first digital product that every service-based business needs. Now, this first type of digital product is something that most people overlook because they underestimate the power of this tool, and that's email. So you really need to build an email educational course, or otherwise known as an EEC. This can also just look like or come across or be built as a welcome sequence. You're trying to get customers into your business. They land on your website. They want to join your newsletter, join your mailing list. Then you need to give them something. If they sign up for the mailing list, they already kind of warmed up and ready to get something. So imagine when you sign up for something that you're excited about, one of your favorite sites or your favorite brands, and you're like, you know what, I'm gonna sign up for that 10% discount, or I want to learn a little bit more about this, and you sign up for the email list, and then you don't get anything until they want to promote to you. It kind of just falls flat. That's a missed opportunity for a lot of service-based businesses. You want to hit the customer, or you want to hit the lead or the potential customer right after they sign up for your email list, and you follow up with a series of emails that really educates them on whatever it is they want to know about your business or whatever it is you're offering about your business. Now, some people put together email educational courses just so that they can get you as a lead magnet, which is a pretty good idea. Now, let's just say you just want people to just sign up for the email, and you don't even tell them to get the email educational course, or you get that sequence. They are they like super happy about that because they learned something new about your business. It's like they got a free gift, okay? And so you don't want to miss the opportunity to give a free gift, to over-educate the prospect, so that whenever they are ready to pull the trigger to invest in whatever it is that you offer, they'll come straight to you because you already gave more value than they expected. With the email educational course, not only can you drop knowledge about your product, about your business, about your background, you have the chance to show like real personality, as long as you're not typing it like a robot. So don't try to chat GPT the situation. Even if you use it for like ideas, you need to have somebody write it, ideally the founder or the person who's like most knowledgeable about the product or whatever it is you're putting in that email sequence. But you want to be able to, that's when you get a chance to really show who you are, how you are, demonstrate your tone, show your voice, the voice of the brand, really connect with the people, talk to them in their language. This is when you get to dive into industry jargon if you need to, because now that the person is signed up, you already know that they kind of in that lane, they understand the terminology. And if they don't, it's your opportunity to break it down, to explain to them and show them, yo, you working with a legit pro over here on this side. And you can do all that through email. Now, what I like most about having a good email sequence or email educational course, let's break them apart real quick. Email educational course, you're trying to educate the customer on a very specific process. You want to get them a quick win, something tangible they can take away. So instead of just sending them a PDF, you walk them through the steps in the PDF, And what I like about that most is that you can kind of tease out the information and you can expand the customer's attention, and you're controlling that attention. So now you're growing their attention towards your brand, towards your business, towards your product, towards your service. And then at the end, you kind of build up a story. You're giving them instructions. You letting them know, hey, I got you to this point. If you need more help, if you're interested in taking it to the next step, here's a link, here's a video, here's the next step towards what we got for you, right? Towards what you got in your brand, what you got in your business. That's what I like most about the email educational course. You can spread it out over the course of a few days. You can do it 1, 2, 3 days in a row, 5 days in a row, 4 weeks in a row. And then once the person open the email, especially if you automate the sequence and send them the email immediately, they're gonna read the directions, and now they know I can expect 4 more emails to break down 1, 2, 3, 4 steps. And that'll be over the next 4 weeks. That'll be over the next, 3, 5, 7 days. Email educational course. Now, this is a straight up welcome sequence. I look at it as an opportunity. All of it to me is a course, because it's an opportunity to educate the customer. If it's not on the product, then it's educate the customer on your brand, on the background, on the founder's origin story, on if it was a transformational story where the founder got sparked and had a great idea, they saw an opportunity to fill a gap. Like, really give background, give story, give people the chance to get into your world, get into what you got going on. You can do that through email. You follow up immediately. Email educational courses, powerful email sequences. That's the number one digital product I think every service-based business needs. Also, because you have a service-based business, you can get repeat customers. Sorry, I'm stumbling with my words. You can get repeat customers in your business, right? But the service is only like a one-time thing. It may not be something that the people do every day. Most service-based businesses, you don't use a service every day. You may use an app or have some daily routine at home, but products can get used every day. Services, maybe not so much, right? Cleaning service, maybe something like that. But if you send them a digital product, they got something they can always go back to. They can always reference. They can always fill in the gap between each time they use a service. Think like getting a haircut. You send them, or getting a massage, or even something high level like intense kind of health things or something like that. You send in some extra information, some extra insight. It just adds another layer of trust, another layer of you showing that you're responsible for what you're doing, and really builds familiarity. So don't overlook that. Build powerful email sequences. Build email educational courses. It takes time up front, but it doesn't have to be a long time, and it's automatic. It replicates itself over and over and over. For every lead, every prospect that's coming into your service-based business, you give them directions on how to get to, where your location is, or how they can sign on and take your next course online. Like, it's just amazing. I think it's one of the best things, and I came up on that by teaching people how they can find my juice bar on the campus, how they can get into our webinars, our live classes, and then also how people can learn a lot more about all of the products that we got and that we serve at our cafe. So that's how I learned about the email educational courses and the powerful email sequences. So you want to do that. You want to get that into your business ASAPly. Don't wait. Start building that out now. Now, this next one is really fun. It's online surveys or quizzes. You may think of it as something free that you're doing online, but that's actually a product. And if you want to see a good example of it, I have one in the description. Just click the link. It's the Brand Max Calculator. It's a quiz that scores you on how your brand is stacking up against everybody else, and if you're executing on the brand strategy that's going to take your business to the next level. And this next digital product, it's ironic that people love it so much, because when we were kids, we hated it, and that's online quizzes and surveys. When we were kids, we didn't like quizzes. We don't want to do any kind of test in school, right? But when you become an adult, you want to get a score. You want to be rated on everything. It's just like human psychology. Can you get a score? How good are you? How proficient? How close are you to the top, to the bottom, to the middle? We all are interested in how we rate, right, next to each other. And when it comes to business, how are you rating compared to other businesses? But for your prospects, and you're doing an online quiz or a survey, it's a great opportunity for you to, one, build trust, build familiarity, but to gather really important data that's going to help your customer, your potential customer, get closer to the goal that they want to achieve. It's also going to let them know that they're in safe hands, because you took the time to find out information about them, whereas though somebody else may just see them, they may just visit somebody's website and they just straight into a sale, or here, buy this, discount on this, sign up for this, get this bonus. Like, they just automatically try to make it transactional. With an online quiz or survey, you show true interest in where the customer is, or where the potential customer is now, right? And then where they want to go, and then if you can actually help get them there. So it makes your business flow a lot easier and allows you to get the right prospects, the right customers, because you can qualify them immediately using the quiz, using the form, using the survey. And then you can also make it fun. So instead of like, we really love scores, right? 10 out of 10 on this, 90% on this, top 10 percentile on this. Or you can categorize people. Think about the 5 love languages, right? You take the online quiz and you get to figure out what category or what is your love language. Or you think about all of the popular, like, these are whole big businesses like the Gallup Strength Finder. You have the Briggs Meyer, like all of those are just online quizzes, and people pay for it and they get rated. I pay for the Gallup Strength Finder. I thought it was amazing. It's like $50, right? And you get to learn about what your strengths are when it comes to like business and things like that. But inside your business, you don't have to charge for it, because on the back end, once you find out where the customer is, where the potential prospect is, and then where they're going, you get to find out, okay, this person's qualified, and then you can offer your service to help them get where they want to go. So you can charge for the quiz, right? Especially if it's really long, if it's really detailed, if you're gonna hit the customer back or hit the prospect back with like a real long, detailed report that's going to be beneficial. Yeah, sure, you can charge whatever fee you think is applicable, but whatever you think is worth. But it's super valuable no matter what. So if you build an online quiz or online survey, it's really fun. It automatically taps into human psychology because it's intriguing. Oh, where do I rate? What's my score, right? One thing I did was like, and it doesn't cost much, right? Google's free. The Google Forms are free. You can switch it over to quiz format that'll give them a score. It's not super technical, fancy, and savvy, but you can ask all the questions you need. You can give all the responses you need, and then you can just follow up, manually if you need to, and you'll have the customer's contact information. You can use Typeform. That's a great form app or service or web app or whatever you want to call it. And then there's things like Score app where you can use it and it's automatically built in to give the feedback. They can get a PDF report, they get an email to their inbox, and then it gives you back the data too. So online quizzes and surveys are really great. Now here's a pro tip if you're going to decide to set up an online survey or quiz. Follow up. It doesn't matter if you get the customer's information, you got them all hot and bothered, they ready to get into it, right? They ready to get into whatever the service is that you offer, and then you don't follow up. You gotta follow up, and you gotta follow up responsibly. And it gives you so much leverage. If they fill out your online quiz or survey, you got the data. Imagine you hit them back with an email or a phone call, and you telling them something about themselves, right? Everybody's favorite word is their name. Now you got their name, you got their email, you might have their birthday, you might know their job, their profession, what they're interested in, and then you can hit them back. Hey John, I see you thanks for completing the survey. I see you're into such and such. We have this to complement that. You explained your problem here, these kind of pain points. We can help you with that. These are some of the things that we do. Would you like to set up a quick call? Like, it's super helpful, and it just makes the transition from it warms up a person from cold to warm, like, really right there, because you got some really good information. You know that they're qualified, and they know that you're qualified to possibly help them because you took the time to think about all of the things that they have going on. You put yourself in their shoes, and without even knowing it, people understand that, and that's a part of branding, right? Do you really understand who it is that you're trying to serve? So again, online quizzes or surveys. If you want to find out how you're doing with your brand, if you're hitting on all of the points in your brand strategy to really execute on some of these types of things, you can take the Brand Max calculator. You can find a link in the description. Now, this last digital product can really turn your business into a cash cow. It takes a little bit more time, a little bit more effort, but once it's done, it's on repeat. People can just tap in, get into it, and start clicking away and buying into your business, your service, or your product. And this last one is a video mini-series. Now, I'm not calling it a course. I'm not calling it an hour-long webinar. I'm talking about a video mini series. You find out a specific pain point that's relevant to your target audience or your customers or anything, or you might just want to tell a story. You might just want to give background and break down some customer success story. You may want to break down some things that help your business get to where it is. That's pretty cool, but what you really want to do is solve somebody's problem, and you turn it into a video mini series, right? You could put it on YouTube like what we got going on here. You could break it up into episodes, but really you want to have it protected and only give it away to the people who are already interested in what you have going on. Now, why is it a video mini series? You don't want to make it too long because people are going to get disinterested. You know, attention spans are getting shorter and shorter. So you make short videos, 5, maybe 10 minutes, right? If you are really good on camera, or whoever you have that is doing the mini series, it could be you, it can be somebody from your team. You may even have to hire outside talent who is really great on camera, right? And then you just feed them the info. You give them a teleprompter. You have, background cards or signs or whatever that they can read from, or just have them practice the scripts, whatever the case may be. But in this mini series, right, you want to make each video between 5 and 10 minutes, 3 to 5 videos maybe. You could trickle it out or drip it out every day over 5 days or over 3 days. But it really takes the potential customer on a journey, right? It's engaging. It only takes a few minutes. Everybody likes watching videos, from babies that are using tablets to seniors who are on Facebook. Everybody likes watching videos. And if you can give them a video series that's solving a problem, they're going to love you for it. I promise they're going to love you for it. Now, I used it in my cafe for Good Part and Company. One, I use it to break down a formula, like a schedule that I did for how to build a plant-based diet, right? How to, like, meal planning, right? But the one I did that was the most impactful was breaking down all of the juices that are in that was at the juice bar, but really breaking down the benefits of our juice cleanses, because that's the thing that people had the most questions about, right? So that's kind of a pain point. It take a little research. People got to figure out, how many juices do they get? When do I drink it? How often do I got to drink it? Can I still eat food? Like, all of the questions they had, I answered all the questions in the mini-series. I broke it down step by step. These are all the juices that come in the juice cleanse. These are all the types of juice cleanses we have. These are the instructions on how to properly cleanse with the juices, or do the juice cleanse, how to drink the juice, when to drink the juice, all of those good things, right? So you want to answer all of the questions, solve all of the problems, put it into a video mini-series, break it down, send it out, okay? Make it available. You can make it available through email. You can make it available on your website. You can just have a tab and be like, here go the series on such and such. And then you just have a couple different videos, and then like one page going to the next page, or each video going to the next video. But if you keep it short, you have it well edited, even if it's not, it can be kind of raw, right? It could be kind of real. That just let people know that you know what you're talking about, because you can just spit it off the top of the dome. You don't need a whole lot of extra accessories and props. You know what to talk about, and you know what you got going on. It's helpful to have things, like props and books and videos and displays and all of that type of. You can just go straight slideshow right out of Canva or right out of PowerPoint, or have a little presentation. Just don't be boring, don't be dry, bring good energy, bring high proficiency, bring real know-how, and solve a problem, okay? But the video mini-series is really great because, one, it shows the amount of effort you're willing to put into it. It solves the pain point. It puts a person on camera, and people like people. People connect to people. If you give them a person to connect to, it really helps if it's the founder, right? Or somebody they know who's tied to your business and your brand. You got them. It's like a digital handshake. It's like giving debt. Yo, what's up? Here I am. I'm here. I'm talking to you. I'm investing in what you got going on. I want to see you achieve the result that you want to achieve. You can do that with us, and here's how you get it done. So, video miniseries, very major, often overlooked, but it's very helpful. Another thing about video miniseries, right? It gives you more time spent with the potential customer. And when that happens, you start to get closer and closer to that threshold to make them familiar enough to want to spend money with you, right? Because you're not Target. You're not big you're not super big business, right? You're a service-based business. You need people to show up in order for you to perform whatever task is going to help solve their problem. And they need to know who you are before they want to pay for your service. And that's because if it was a super high pain point, they would have just went and paid for somebody else to do it, right? But they'd rather pay somebody they really like. So it accelerates like the buying cycle and increases familiarity. And another thing it does is it makes you a lot more shareable, okay? Because you'll quickly, especially if you have, like, say you have a link to the page and you can share the page. It's not like password protected or anything. It just requires special access to click it from the website or get it through email or something. That prospect, if they like that video miniseries, they'll tell somebody or they'll just straight send it to them. Think about when you on Instagram or TikTok and you see something that you like and you want to share, you send it to your friend. Like, you just shoot them the link real quick, right? That's another idea for content, right? Do your content in series, and then it's a lot more shareable. People are anticipating and they look forward to it. But when you want to make it more concentrated, more concise, and it becomes like an actual go-to resource, you put it together in the mini series. It's really going to help your potential prospects, and it's going to make your business a lot more shareable, a lot more trustworthy, and accelerate your buying process. So there it is, 3 digital products that you can use in your service-based business to maximize profits. I'm telling you, it's going to take some time. You only have to do it once. It doesn't require any additional labor in order for you to make additional money. You make it once. Everybody that come in, they click it, you make it good, they like it, they grow, they get connected to your brand, they make a purchase, they make a repeat. Think about that. You make it one time, you got a service they need to use multiple times, and you got them off of that. Just the one digital product. And now you just continue to make it, drives down the cost of acquisition for the customer, drive the profit up. Everything's great about it. Everything's great about it. Digital products, they just can scale infinitely, and you gotta be creative and think about how can you leverage digital assets inside your business and inside your brand to make your brand the go-to for whatever your business, your service, and your industry is. So if you have a service-based business and you want to figure out how you can elevate it to a premium brand where you can attract all of the right clients, position yourself as an authority, and then start maximizing on profits, click the link in the description, take the Brand Max calculator, and get your brand score, get a clear view of where your brand is now and how you can get it to the next level. If you found this video helpful and you plan to use any of these digital products, let me know which one in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe. I'll check you out in the next video.